Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're gonna be drawing Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, so let's get into it. Alright, so now I want to sketch in the circle, just like that. Now we could draw two lines cutting through the circle, just like that. Alright, so afterwards now we could move on to the left side of the face and we could just start sketching in, the side of the cheek coming down just like that. And then we go and just do the same thing to the right hand side. Alright, so we have the face finished off right here. Now we could go in and start doing the eyes. Alright, so now on to the eyes, and right here the line above, we just go and draw a line right below there to line up the eyes. So right here we just going in and drawing in the shape for the eyes, and take your time with this part guys. So right here we could just draw in the eyeball, and then we could put in a small dot for the pupil, and just add in these little added details in the eyes, just like that. And then we could just put in a little indication of the eyebrows. Alright, so we finished with the eyes. Alright, so now we could hop over to the left hand side and draw in the square like shape for the eye patch. And then we could just carry over this line to the right, which will be kind of wrapping around the head for the little strap. And the good thing about this is like we don't have to worry about the eyes, so you guys probably jumping for joy right now, as am I. Right, so now we could just add in the rest of the detail to the eye patch. And yeah, there we have it, we finished with the eye patch. For the nose, it's gonna be kind of like a diamond like shape, so just coming down just like that. Alright, so we're done with the nose. Now we can move up top and we could draw in like these small circles for the little, I think that's like bolts right there by the bridge of the nose. And then we could just draw this shape a little above the, like wrapping around the face for the mask. So just like that, then we could end that off. Now we could head over right here to the right and we could just start sketching in the ears. Alright, so we finished with the ears. Now we could head down and we could start drawing in the mouth. Alright, so now we could start by drawing in this wide M shape, I guess you could say it is. Alright, so coming across just like this. Then we could just draw in them little details there at the end. Now we could kind of like continue it all the way down, just kind of like replicating the same thing on top a little bit. And we could just draw in this little line at the bottom here for the bottom of the lip. Right, so now we finished with the mouth. Now we could just go inside here and draw like this slightly curving line on the inside, and this just will be a guideline for the teeth. So now we can move on to doing the teeth. And for the teeth, we're gonna move a bit faster through this process because we don't want to spend too much time on it, so we're gonna speed through doing the teeth. And then at the end right here, we could just add in the little I think that's like a little zipper at the end of the teeth right there. Alright, so now we could head over to the left and we could just add in the other ear on the left hand side here because I forget to put it in before. So after that finish, now we could head down below and we could draw in two lines for the neck. Alright, so just like that. So now I want to sketch in the circle like shape on the right side of the neck. Right, and after we finish with that, we could just hop over and we could do the same shape on the left hand side. Right, so now we could just add in this zipper line right by the neck right here. And afterwards, we finish with the neck right there, and now we could just lower the opacity of this layer and we go and start like doing the hair on top of this. And for the hair, we just go and like move through it a bit fast, but you could just go crazy with it. It really like his hair really wavy. So as we go through this, just slow down the video if you have to while we like speed through the hair right here. So just going in, just following it around the head right here. And you'll notice like I just taking this tool and just resizing everything. Alright, so now we could just erase the little guideline for the head right here, for the top of the circle right there, and we could just add in these extra like hair strand lines inside the hair right here. And now since we finished with the hair, now we can head back down and we could start doing in the shoulders. Alright, so onto the shoulders, and right here we could start by drawing this little line on the left hand side. Now we can move on to the right, and we just go and start like just bringing out the shoulders. So just coming out like this, and we doing that obviously to both sides. And then right here by the shoulder, it has like this little opening on the clothing that Ken wearing. So we just go and like do that right here on the right hand side, and we could just replicate the same opening in the clothing on the left hand side. Alright guys, so we finished with the shoulders. So now we can move on to drawing the hands. The accursed hands are back, guys. The accursed hands. But don't worry, we'll pull through it. So let me move on. Alright guys, so now on to the palm of the hand. So right here we go and draw like this square like shape, or like I will call it a squash cylinder for the purpose of this video, because that is honestly what it look like. So we could just start by drawing that in for the palm, so just like that. Then we could just bring down 2 lines for the wrist. Then we could just draw in this little line over here by the shoulder right there. Alright, cool. So now we can move on to doing the thumb right here, and it kind of like bracing against the palm of the hand right here. And for this first finger we're drawing, it's going to be bending back slightly, and then for the rest of the fingers we just go and speed through it. But guys, just slow down the video. I know it's kind of like we're skipping over the hands, but the accursed hands, don't worry, but follow along and trust me, you guys will be fine. Just take it slow. But we're just going in here doing the rest of the fingers, and then followed by the fingernails, and now we could just shade it in. Right, so we finished with the hands. Now we could move on. And actually guys, before we move on, let me just head down by the wrist and add in these extra like lines right here by the wrist for the added detail. And then we could just grab the selector tool for the hand, and we just go and like reposition it more to the left hand side, as you can see right here, and kind of like play with the sizing a bit, move it up a little bit, just adjusting stuff. But yeah guys, that is basically it for the hand. We could just move on to like lastly just turning back on the opacity of the layer. And just adding in this zipper line coming down the chest of Ken. Alright guys, so as you can see, we finished with that. And all we gonna do now is just grab the liquify tool and just like pull out some areas, just adjust some stuff. And the cool thing about the liquify tool, it allows you to adjust stuff without having to erase every minute. So right here, that is what we're doing. And now we could just draw like these little hair strands in the back of Ken's neck. And that's basically all we do. We just fine tuning the sketch. Alright, since we finished with all of that, now we could head over to inking. And before we get into the inking, I just want to say something real quick. When you're inking Ken hair, I would recommend doing it on a separate layer. That way when we go into like do the alpha lock to change the color of the hair, it's a lot easier, and you don't have to like time trying to do touch other lines if it's on the same layer. That is just something I wanted to note. But let me kick it into time lapse to do all the inking, then we'll be back. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, Ken looking clean right now. So right here, before we actually go into filling in the color, what we want to do real quick is head over to the separate layer that we have the hair inked on. We're going to set it to alpha lock and change the color to like a grayish color. After we finish with that, now we could head on to blocking in the colors of Ken. Alright guys, so now we can move on to adding in all the colors. So what we want to do, we just want to grab a color and we just go and drop it onto the the different sections of Ken. Alright guys, so while we blocking in all the colors, just let me know what you guys think of Tokyo Ghoul as a series. Like if you'll recommend it, because I honestly never actually seen the series before. But I have seen this character before, and I heard a lot of stuff about this series back when it was like actually out. And that's the thing, I don't know what's going on with the series, so just let me know down below, because I'll probably make time to actually watch it. But right here, we just going in and finishing off all the coloring process, adding in the rest of the colors. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the coloring process. Now we're gonna move on to the last part, which is adding in all the shadows. For the shadow, I'm just using a purple color and have it set to multiply. And what I'm just doing here, I'm just going through and just applying the shadows in the different areas that need shadow. So we just go and like do this process all throughout. And we just go and speed through this part just so it's not long and tedious, because shadowing could be time consuming. So you just go and add it in. And for the hair actually gonna be like it's gonna be a separate layer, and the color for the shadow gonna be different. It's gonna be like a grayish color. So right, let me just speed through here. Alright guys, so the whites that you're seeing in here is just for like the highlights, and we just go and add these in, and we could just lower down the opacity. But wait for it guys, wait, something, and bam, there you have it guys, the final illustration. Hope you guys learned something, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Alright, see ya.